Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Now today I am going to be creating a makeup look that I have on my face right now. Super natural, easy, simple glam I'd call it. It is a full face of makeup using only Arbonne product. From primer to foundation to concealer to eyes to eyebrows to lips, everything I use is from Arbonne. Now Arbonne is a vegan and cruelty-free, gluten-free company, and we have a list of over 2,000 not allowed ingredients in our product. We are a 40-year-old company, so we know that the products work, we know that they are really nice, and we know that they're going to make you feel good both inside and out as well. And just because we are in isolation does not mean we cannot put on a full face of makeup and feel really good about ourselves. So let's get on to the video. Okay, so I have already moisturised my face. So now it's time to get into the product. So first of all, I've got the primer. It looks like this, and it's quite handy. It's a little pump, so I just use one pump because a little goes a very long way with all of these products, including pretty much every product that Arbonne actually does. So you literally need the tiniest amount. Primer all over the face, and this is a silicone-based one. Sort of fill in all your pores, and then just leave that and to sink in a little bit, and you can already feel your face feeling so smooth. I've been using this primer since about January, so I've given it a little bit of a test, and I find that it allows my makeup to actually stay on my face for a really long time. So thumbs up for the primer. We've actually got a choice of CC cream and foundation. I'm going to go with the foundation today just because I like a little bit of extra coverage, because I've got quite a bit of scarring on my face at the minute that I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm going in with the foundation. Again, it's a pump, and I find that literally one pump does my whole face. So I'll pop a pump on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to use a Real Techniques beauty blender to blend it in. The makeup also actually still works as a skincare while it's on your face, so I found a lot with makeup I used before that it was breaking me out, but now with this makeup it's still looking after your skin while it's on your face. Super smooth on the skin, and I quite like that it's not too heavy. Like, I literally can't feel it on my face, and you can still actually see like a few of my blemishes through it, but I might see if I can layer it a tiny bit. Yeah, so it layers quite nicely at the minute. I'm hoping that it sits quite nice throughout the day, even though I'm not actually doing anything. So then I'm going to go in with the concealer. This is in the shade Fair. Again, tiny bit goes a long way. Like, I haven't had to dip that back in, and it's done both of my eyes. And then I did a tiny bit on my chin, but I don't really like to put concealer anywhere else. Oh. So nice. Literally, I've got really bad dark circles and bags under my eyes, and this just covers it so nicely. Just blend that into my chin. So you can see, like, my dark circles are gone, which I find it's really difficult for me to get rid of them because they're so prominent, and I've used literally every product under the sun, both in terms of skincare and makeup, and I can't really find anything that's like getting rid of them. But I think it's just a genetic thing. There are two things that I actually have found that work really well to get rid of like my puffiness under my eyes and the dark circles. One of them being this concealer, and the other one being the RE9 gel eye masks. I've got hair on my face, I've got it. They're another Arbonne product that I absolutely swear by, and I use them in the morning, or I used to use them before like I went out to depuff my eyes. I'll pop a before and after photo in here now so you can have a look at what they actually do to your face, but I'm absolutely obsessed with them, and I've got quite a few people on the bandwagon with them as well. So, sorry, I'm just going ahead. I'm using the loose setting powder now to go under my eyes, and also I like to take this on my eyes because my eyelids crease so bad. I've got hooded eyes. It allows the concealer to sink into my creases a lot more, so I have to really set them, not only with powder but also with an eyeshadow. I also get really bad smile lines, so I like to set that as well. And I just go in with my beauty blender with this, and then once I've done that, I'll go in with a brush. And the brush I like to use, I've actually just got a set of new brushes, again from Arbonne. They've got this is such a good price, right? So you get all of these brushes, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 6 brushes, and the bag, or like the little carry case, for £35. So it's an absolute bargain. So I like to go in with the powder brush. Again, they're super soft. What's really good about this powder, right, is it comes with like a lid and then a screw-on lid. So you take this lid off and then you lift this part up and the powder's in there. So the next thing I like to do is go on to my cheek area. So bronzer, blush and highlight. Unless I'm doing a heavy eye, I do my base first and then go onto my eyes and my lips, but because today we're doing a natural look, then I'm going to do my face first and then my eyes. I'm going to be using this palette here. This is the Starlight Glow palette, and you get the bronzer down here, you get 2 shades of blush, and then you get a highlighter up here as well. I'm just going to be using the bronzer from this palette, but again, it's super handy for if you are travelling, you get all your cheek products in one go. And it comes with a really nice mirror. So I'm going to be using the shade Meteor, which is the bronzer shade, and I find that this is just a really nice shade for my skin tone. And I'm going to be using the Real Techniques, I don't know what this is, it's rubbed off because it's quite old brushes. I think it's the cheek brush, and I literally do not need a lot of product, like I promise you. So I'm just going to tap in and then tap off the excess, because otherwise you're going to look a hot mess. And then just focus it on the whole cheek. And I kind of like to contour with this as well. So that's the first layer. Just adds a really nice bronze onto your skin. So I like to kind of do my whole face first, and then if I find that I want more, I'll come back and go over it again. And with my bronzer, I don't like to take it any lower than my natural cheekbone, so any lower than this bit here, I like to drag it up, because otherwise it makes your face look a bit chunkier than it actually is. And I've got a very round head, so I like to thin it out. And then I will take it onto the forehead as well, down my temples as well. And I think for today, that's all I'm going to do. So it's added some colour back to my face, which I like. And I like to go down my jawline and neck as well, just to blend it all in. And on my nose, because that's the part of my face that actually tans when I do tan. Then I'm going to go on to my blush. And the blush that I've got today is in the shade Dusty Rose. This shade here, again a super natural shade. And I'm going to go in with one of the Arbonne brushes, the cheek brush. And again, I learnt this mistake the other day. You literally need like a tap, if that. I normally do like 3 or 4 and then tap it off, because it's so pigmented. I think that is literally the perfect amount, and you saw that I barely put any on my brush. Next, I'm going to move on to my highlighter. I've got a highlight stick today. So this is the Sheer Glow highlight stick. It comes with 2 ends. You've got the highlight on one end and you've got a cream bronzer on the other end. Or if you've got a deeper skin tone, this would be a perfect highlight shade for you. But I'm a bit too scared to use this at the minute, so that's the colour there. I think it'd be super nice for bronzer, but I need to experiment because it could be bad. But I like to go in with the pearl side of the highlight stick. It's super natural, like it's very pearlescent on the back of my hand. And what I like to do with this is with clean hands, I'll go in and rub my finger on it, and then once I've got enough product on my finger, I'll just dab it on the top of my cheek. And just with the other cheek. And as you can see, it's just a really natural glow. I'm hoping you can see. I've got the natural light outside because it's really sunny. And again, you can build it really nicely. So yeah, that's the highlight, which I'm obsessed with. Just to go the extra mile, I might go back in with the Starlight Glow palette and try a little bit of the Stardust shade. I'm a bit worried because I'm quite fair. I don't want, it looks quite dark. Let me swatch it. Oh, it swatches way lighter than I thought it would. You probably can barely see it, it's just there. So I might go over the top with that actually. Just to kill two birds in one stone and see what it looks like. Again, probably don't need a lot, start off small. Nice, I like that. And then I'll take a powder one just down my nose as well and on my Cupid's bow. Oh, and I use the Real Technique setting brush for that. It's literally my all-time favourite highlighting brush because it's just the perfect size. So now my base is done, I am going to move on to my eyebrows. Now, I've tried this product once and I absolutely loved it, so I'm going to give it a go again. Now, I always used to swear by, let me grab it, I literally swore by my Anastasia Dip Brow. I've been using it for 4 or 5 years now, and I haven't wanted to use anything else on my eyebrows. But I branched out, I've got brave, and I'm going to now move to the Shape It Up Brow Pencil. And this is the shade Medium. I like to go in with a darker eyebrow colour just to match my roots. The really nice thing about this pencil is it's got the pencil on one end and it's a creamy pencil. So it glides really nicely on the eyebrow rather than a pencil which I can find really harsh on it. So I think that's what I really like about it. So it's got the crayon on one end and then it's got a brush on the other end. So it's literally a win-win situation. My eyebrows take a while, so I might speed through this. I like to brush the hairs up. And then I like to follow the shape of my natural brow with the pencil. So I'll fast forward it as I'm doing it. You don't need a lot out of the nib of the packaging. And then I'll just follow my bottom line first and along, and then I will do the arch of my eyebrow and then fluff out the front bit. Hopefully you can see as I'm doing it. Okay, so that's one eyebrow done. Just brush through it to soften it. Now what I find a lot different with this compared to my dip brow is it's a lot softer, it's not as harsh. And I find I can get a little bit more control with it and have a lighter hand, whereas with the dip brow, as I was using a brush, I was really struggling to keep it quite natural and soft. But this, you can see, like, it's not too heavy, it's just perfect. So I'll go on to the other one now. I think that's the closest I'm going to get to matching them. Because I've got quite bushy eyebrows, there's quite a lot of hair there, and they can tend to get quite long if I forget to trim them down, which I have forgotten to do. I like to set it with a brow gel. Quite a few eyebrow gels that Arbonne do. There is a clear one, which is the one I'm going to use today, but we do also have tinted ones as well, which I will sometimes use if I want to add a little bit of extra colour, or if I don't want to actually draw my eyebrows on, I'll literally just go in with the eyebrow gel because it will add a little bit of colour and also make them look a little bit more natural. This is the clear one, and as you can see it's got quite a long wand, that's the word I'm looking for, and literally just brush it over and it will keep the hairs in place. Because my hairs like have a mind of their own on my eyebrows. So I've done the base, and what I now like to do is go on to my eyes. We have got the Volume 1 palette and the Volume 2 palette. In each palette there are 12 shades and a nice mirror again. So there's the mirror and there is the shade range. This is volume 1, and then volume 2. So if I compare the two next to each other, I would say that this one is a lot more natural and wearable, and this one you've got a lot more pinkies and purples. You can get so many different eye looks with these two. For the sake of today's video, I am going to stick with volume 1, which is the browns, because I don't want to go too mad on my eyes. What I first like to do is go in with a base colour, like I said, a crease in my eyelid. And the only thing I find that stops this from happening is by putting eyeshadow there. So I'm going to go in with the shade Fog in the top left on a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush because it's nice and big and fat. Just run that over the whole eyelid. Don't need to be neat because it's literally just, as you can see, get rid of that crease, it's now gone. And then I will go in with a fluffier brush, not as dense. So I like to go for the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Caraway, which is this one here, third one in on the top row. And again, like the rest of the products, you literally need like the tiniest amount, and I have to tap off my brush. Start off small and then build it up, because you can always add more, but to take away it's a lot harder. I like to keep the inner of my eye bare because I like it to go light to darker. This is basically just the transition shade to help blend everything together. I like to go from really light to dark, and if that means using loads of shades to get the best effect, then that's what I'll do. So as you can see, it's literally super natural, just a really light brown, and I'll do the same on the other eye. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. So that's that shade, and then I will go up. I will get a different brush, but leave that on hand again. I'll get a bit of a denser brush. So as you can see the difference here, this one is a lot fluffier and this one is a lot denser. So I like to go in with the darker colours on a denser brush so that I can focus it more on the certain areas I want it. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is Clove. This one here, and tap off the excess. And what I like to do is I will dab it on and then I'll blend it out. And I'm not going too dark today, I'm going super natural. So once I've kind of got that base down, I'll go back in with the second brush I used, which is the fluffier base shadow brush, and I will blend out the edges and also the middle where it meets. And again, back in with the fluffy brush. Just keep practicing, and now's the perfect time because you're not going to see anyone. So if it goes wrong, then it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Super nice gradient from light to dark to the outside. So I think that's where I'm going to go for now. But I am also going to do a slight on the lower lash line as well. So going to go back in with Caraway, which is the third one, and run that with the same brush along the lower lash line, just roughly. You can barely see it, but it is there. And then I will go back in with the little brush, the denser brush, and Clove, just on the tip. And I will focus this just on the outer third of my lower lash line. And then I like to join it to the outer corner of the top as well, just so that it all looks like blended together. So now I have done that, I like to add the tiniest bit of shimmer to the inner corner, and the brush I like to use for this is the Arbonne shading brush, and it looks like this. So it's just a flat top brush, just so that I can focus it really on the area that I want it to. So everywhere, like on this inner corner here to where the brown shadow starts, I'm going to place the next shade, and the shade I'm going to use is the shade Desert, which is this one here. Got a slight sheen to it. As you can see, the tiniest bit of shimmer there. If you wanted to go even more shimmer, say you were going out, then I would go in with my finger in this shade, because I find that it gets a lot more product on if I use my finger. But just for now, I'm gonna use the brush, and then I will do the other. Not much difference, but I like to have a bit of shimmer, otherwise it's a little bit boring. And I like to take it right on the inner corner as well, just to open up. You see it opens up the inner corner of your eye a lot. The mascara that they've got out at the minute is the Speak Volumes Mascara. Let me get it out of the box. And this is the packaging. Super big tube, which I absolutely love. How many? You get 10 grams in here of product. That's gonna last ages. Probably the 6 months that it actually says on there that you can use it for. So I like to go in with my eyelash curlers. These are just standard eyelash curlers because my eyelashes stick out quite a lot. Okay, so I've just gone and finished my mascara off camera, and that is the completed eye look, and now all we've got left is lips and then to set the face. I've got 3 products for the lips. I have got a lip liner, a lipstick and a lip gloss. For the lip liner, I have got the shade Peach, and again, these are very similar to the eyebrow pencils where they are crayon based, so super creamy on the lips. So I'm just gonna line my lips with this and then fill it in. So the lipstick that I have got is the shade Lily, and again it's a super nude colour. It matches really nice with the peach shade actually, so I'm going to go all over my lips with this. I have also got 4 other shades in the lipstick, so if you wanted me to try any looks with any of these shades then let me know. I've literally got a red, a purple, a brown, a pink and a nude, so I've managed to get 5 different shades of that. And then in terms of the lip gloss, I always like to wear a lip gloss, and this is in the shade Colour, which is like a sort of a dark pink kind of colour, but it goes with this lip really well. So final step, setting spray. Now I haven't actually tried this setting spray yet. I am usually an avid for the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, but considering this is vegan, cruelty free, literally no bad ingredients, I thought why not give it a go. And it's a really nice pocket size. I find that this, it has a 6-month date on it, but I don't use it all in 6 months, so I'm wasting product. Whereas this one is such a nice size to pop in your bag on the go. Let's see what the mist is like. I haven't sprayed it yet. Ooh, quite a nice fine mist, which is nice. Let's see how it feels on the face. That feels so nice. So if I compare it to the All Nighter spray, it's still a really nice mist, but it's quite harsh. This one is really fine, so my face doesn't actually feel too wet for too long. So far so good. Let's see if it actually does the job and makes it last all day. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today of a full face of Arbonne makeup. I hope you like the look I created. It's really simple, really easy, but I wanted something that everyone could achieve in a minimal amount of product. If you want any more looks or any more videos, then please do let me know. If you want any of the products or you wanted to have a little browse, then follow the affiliate link down below to my website, which is abbybreach.arbonne.com. Or if you have been sent this video by a Arbonne independent consultant, then go back to them, get their website and follow the link through them. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Bye!